Marcus and Jordan had been the kind of friends who made everyone else jealous. They'd moved into the duplex on Oakwood Avenue within weeks of each other, Marcus in Unit A, Jordan in Unit B, both 26 and navigating the strange territory of post-college adulthood. The friendship formed over a shared wall, late-night conversations through open windows, and the realization that they were both trying to figure out how to be grown men when they still felt like kids playing dress-up and business casual. They barbecued together every Sunday, watched football games sprawled across Marcus's couch, helped each other move furniture, jumpstart dead car batteries, and assemble IKEA nightstands with instructions that might as well have been in ancient Greek. Jordan introduced Marcus to his gym. Marcus got Jordan into hiking. They became brothers in the way men do when they find someone who just gets it, someone who doesn't need explanations or apologies, who shows up when you need them without being asked. Their girlfriends became friends too, or at least that's what everyone thought. Marcus had been with Tasha for 2 years, a relationship that had started electric and slowly settled into something comfortable, though lately the comfort felt more like complacency. She was beautiful, ambitious, working her way up in pharmaceutical sales. She talked about marriage the way people talk about the weather, inevitable, approaching, something to prepare for. Jordan's girlfriend Simone was newer to the picture. 8 months, but intense. She was a paralegal with sharp eyes and a sharper tongue, the kind of woman who noticed everything and forgot nothing. She and Tasha had hit it off immediately, or so it seemed. Girls' nights, shared Instagram stories, that peculiar female friendship that forms fast and burns hot. Looking back, that should have been the first warning sign. The shift happened so gradually that Marcus almost missed it. It started with Jordan taking longer to respond to texts, then canceling Sunday barbecue with vague excuses about being busy, then avoiding eye contact when they passed each other taking out the trash. Within 3 weeks, the easy brotherhood had calcified into polite nods and closed doors. Marcus tried to reach out. "Hey man, you good? Feel like I haven't seen you in a minute." "Yeah, all good, just swamped with work." But Jordan's eyes said something else. They said, "I know what you did." The problem was, Marcus had no idea what he'd supposedly done. He asked Tasha if she knew anything. She shrugged, her attention on her phone. "Maybe he's just going through something. Not everything is about you, Marcus." The words stung more than they should have. Marcus tried again a week later, knocking on Jordan's door with 2 beers and a pizza. Jordan answered, his face carefully blank. "Hey man, thought we could hang out. It's been a while." "I'm actually about to head out." "Come on, Jay, it's Friday night. Whatever's going on, we can talk about it." "Nothing's going on." Jordan's voice was flat. "I'm just busy." Not everything requires a deep conversation. The door closed, not slammed, that would have been honest, just closed, quiet and final. Marcus stood in the hallway, pizza box getting cold in his hands, and felt something shift in his chest. Hurt, yes, but also anger. Whatever game Jordan was playing, Marcus wasn't interested. Fine. If Jordan wanted distance, Marcus could give him distance. What Marcus didn't know was that Jordan was standing on the other side of that door, fists clenched, jaw tight, thinking, "You can pretend all you want. I know the truth." The truth, as Jordan understood it, had come from Simone 3 weeks earlier. They'd been in bed, that vulnerable space after sex when people say things they otherwise wouldn't. Simone had been quiet, distant all evening. When Jordan asked what was wrong, she'd hesitated. "I don't want to start drama." "What kind of drama?" Another pause. Then, "Tasha told me something. About Marcus. I don't know if I should say anything." Jordan's stomach had tightened. "What about Marcus?" She said. Simone had looked away, as if the words hurt her to say. "She said Marcus has been saying things about me. To you. Negative things. Trying to convince you to break up with me." The words landed like punches. "What? That doesn't make sense. Marcus likes you. He's never said anything." "Tasha said he talks about it when I'm not around, that he thinks I'm using you, that I'm too controlling, that you could do better." Simone's voice cracked. "She said he's been planting seeds, trying to turn you against me because he doesn't think I'm good enough for you." Jordan had felt the world tilt. Why would Marcus do that? "I don't know. Maybe he's jealous. Maybe he wants you to himself." Tasha said he's been weird about you having a girlfriend, like he resents the time you spend with me instead of him. It had sounded insane, but Simone's tears had been real. And when Jordan thought back over recent weeks, he could almost see it. Marcus's questions about how things were going with Simone, his comments about making sure Jordan was happy, his observations about Simone's moods. At the time, they'd seemed like concern from a friend, but through Simone's lens, they became something darker: manipulation, sabotage. "Why would Tasha tell you this?" Jordan had asked. "Because she's my friend. She thought I should know. She said she told Marcus to stop, but he wouldn't listen." Jordan had held Simone while she cried, rage building in his chest. Marcus, his brother, his best friend, had been undermining his relationship, whispering poison, playing games, and he'd been doing it while smiling to Jordan's face. The betrayal felt absolute. What Jordan didn't know was that the conversation between Simone and Tasha had been very different. They'd met for coffee, one of their regular girls' afternoons. Simone had been complaining about feeling insecure in her relationship with Jordan. "I just feel like I'm always competing for his attention," Simone had said. "He's so close with Marcus. Sometimes I wonder if there's room for me." Tasha nodded sympathetically. "I know what you mean. Marcus and Jordan are super tight. But that's just how guys are with their friends. Does Marcus ever say anything about me? Like, does he think I'm good for Jordan?" Tasha had hesitated, trying to navigate the minefield of female friendship. "Marcus cares about Jordan. He wants him to be happy. He's mentioned making sure you guys are solid. But that's just him being protective." "Protective how?" "Just, asking if things are good. Making sure Jordan's happy, the way friends do." But Simone had heard something else. In her insecurity, in her fear of not being enough, she'd heard, "Marcus doesn't approve. Marcus is trying to break us up. Marcus thinks I'm not good enough." She'd spun the conversation in her mind until it became a conspiracy. And when she'd told Jordan, she'd believed her own story completely. Marcus knew none of this. All he knew was that his best friend had turned into a stranger overnight, and no one would tell him why. So Marcus did what hurt people do. He got angry. If Jordan wanted to throw away their friendship over nothing, fine. Marcus didn't need him. He had other friends, other plans, a whole life that didn't revolve around the guy in Unit B. But the anger festered. Every time Marcus saw Jordan, getting his mail, leaving for work, coming home with Simone, the hurt sharpened into something uglier: resentment, bitterness, and beneath it all, a desire to make Jordan feel what Marcus felt. He started small, parking in the spot Jordan usually used, playing music just loud enough to be annoying through the shared wall, leaving his trash bins in front of Jordan's parking space. Petty, childish, satisfying. Jordan noticed. Of course he noticed. And every petty act confirmed what Simone had told him. Marcus was the problem. Marcus had always been the problem. This was just Marcus's true nature revealing itself. So Jordan retaliated. He complained to the landlord about Marcus's noise. He accidentally blocked Marcus's door with his bike. He made sure to laugh extra loud when Simone was over, making it clear how happy he was, how little he needed Marcus. The duplex became a war zone. Two men, separated by a wall, locked in a silent battle neither fully understood. The escalation came on a Tuesday night. Marcus came home tired and lonely, and there, parked in his designated spot, was Jordan's car. Something snapped. Marcus keyed Jordan's car. Just a line down the driver's side door. Quick, vicious, immediately regrettable. He went inside, his hands shaking, knowing he'd crossed a line he couldn't uncross. Jordan discovered it the next morning. He stood in the parking lot, staring at the scratch, his face a mask of cold fury. He didn't need proof. He knew. That night, Jordan threw a brick through Marcus's living room window. The sound of shattering glass brought Marcus running. He stood in his living room, wind pouring through the broken window, glass glittering on his carpet like malicious stars. He looked out and saw Jordan standing in the parking lot, chest heaving, fists clenched. Their eyes met through the broken window. This was it, the point of no return. One of them would call the police. There would be reports, charges, consequences. The friendship wasn't just dead, it was desecrated. But before Marcus could move, Simone came running out. Jordan, what the hell did you do? He keyed my car. So you threw a brick through his window? Are you insane? Marcus emerged from his unit, fury radiating off him. Stay out of this, Simone. No, this is ridiculous. What is wrong with you two? Ask your boyfriend, Marcus shouted. He's the one who decided our friendship meant nothing. Because you tried to sabotage our relationship, Jordan yelled back. What are you talking about? The words echoed in the parking lot. Neighbors' lights were coming on. Someone was probably calling the police. Jordan's face twisted with rage and pain. Don't act innocent. Tasha told Simone everything. How you've been talking shit about her, trying to convince me to dump her, saying she's not good enough. I never said that, Marcus's voice cracked. I've never said anything bad about Simone. Tasha's lying. Why would she lie? I don't know, but I never, Jordan, man, I would never do that to you. Bullshit, Jordan stepped forward. Fists raised. You've been fake this whole time. Playing best friend while trying to destroy my relationship. That's not true, Marcus felt tears burning his eyes. Rage and hurt and confusion overwhelming him. You're my brother. I would never. Guys, stop. Tasha's voice cut through the chaos. She was standing in Marcus's doorway, her face pale, her eyes wide with horror. Stop, she said again, quieter. Please stop. Something in her voice made both men freeze. Tasha? Simone's voice was uncertain. What are you doing here? Tasha looked between all of them, and in that moment, something crumbled in her expression. I need to tell you something, all of you. They ended up in Marcus's apartment, sitting on broken glass, the October wind pouring through the shattered window. 4 people who had been friends, now strangers assembled in the wreckage of their own making. Tasha spoke quietly, her hands shaking. Marcus never said anything about Simone. He never tried to sabotage your relationship, Jordan. I made that up. The silence was deafening. What? Simone's voice was barely a whisper. I told you Marcus was saying things because... Tasha's voice broke. Because I was jealous of both of you. You two were so happy, so intense. And Marcus and I were we were comfortable, boring. I felt like he cared more about Jordan than about me. I felt invisible. So I thought if I could create distance between you and Jordan, maybe Marcus would pay more attention to me. Maybe he'd see me again. Marcus felt like he'd been punched. You destroyed our friendship because you were jealous. I didn't think, Tasha was crying now. I didn't think it would go this far. I thought you'd I don't know, spend less time together. I didn't think you'd hate each other. You didn't think at all, Marcus said coldly. Jordan was staring at Simone. You believed her. You didn't even ask me. You just believed her and told me Marcus was the enemy. She's my friend. Why would she lie? That's not a friend, Jordan said, his voice hollow. A friend doesn't poison your relationships for fun. Simone turned to Tasha, betrayal written across her face. You made me doubt Jordan. You made me feel like Marcus hated me. You made me cry. Why would you do that? I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't fix this, Jordan exploded. Sorry doesn't undo 3 months of hell. Sorry doesn't unkey my car or unbreak that window or undo me thinking my best friend betrayed me. He turned to Marcus, and for the first time in months, really looked at him. I keyed your car, Marcus said quietly. I'm sorry, I was hurt and angry, and I wanted you to hurt too. I threw a brick through your window. Yeah, you did. They stared at each other across the broken room, across the broken friendship, across the canyon that one lie had carved between them. I missed you, Jordan said, his voice cracking. Every day, I missed my best friend and I hated you for making me miss you. I didn't do anything, Marcus whispered. That's what kills me. I didn't do anything wrong and I lost you anyway. I'm sorry, Jordan's tears were falling freely now. I should have talked to you. I should have asked. Instead, we both believed the wrong people. The 2 men looked at their girlfriends, Tasha still crying, Simone frozen in shock. And something passed between Marcus and Jordan. An understanding, a shared recognition of betrayal. Get out, Marcus said to Tasha. Take your things, we're done. Marcus, please. Get out, Jordan stood. Simone, we need to talk. Outside. Now. 2 hours later, Marcus and Jordan sat alone in Marcus's apartment. The police had come and gone. No charges, just neighbors settling a dispute, both agreeing to pay for damages. Tasha had left. Simone had left. The two men sat in the wreckage of their friendship, surrounded by broken glass and broken trust. "I don't know how to fix this," Marcus said finally. "I don't know if we can." Jordan nodded slowly. "We said things, did things. You can't just erase that." "No, you can't." They sat in silence, the weight of 3 months pressing down on them. "I never wanted to hurt you," Marcus said. "Even when I thought you turned on me for no reason, even when I was angry, I just wanted my friend back." "Yeah," Jordan's voice was rough. "Yeah, me too. So where does that leave us?" Jordan looked at the broken window, at the glass on the floor, at the damage they'd inflicted on each other in service of a lie. "I don't know if we can be what we were," he admitted. "Too much has happened, but maybe we can be something new, something honest. No girlfriends in the middle, no assumptions, just us figuring it out." "You think that's possible?" "I think we owe it to ourselves to try." Jordan extended his hand. Marcus looked at the offered hand, the hand of someone who'd thrown a brick through his window, who'd believed lies about him, who'd been his best friend and his enemy in the space of 3 months. He took it. "Start over," Marcus agreed. "But you're paying for that window." "Fair." Jordan almost smiled. "And you're paying for my car." "Also fair." They shook hands in the ruins of their friendship. Two men who'd learned the hard way that sometimes the worst betrayals come from the people you trust to love you, and sometimes the people you think are enemies are just lost in the same darkness as you. 3 months later, Marcus and Jordan are replacing the window together. New glass, new frame. They work in comfortable silence, the easy rhythm of people learning to be friends again. It's not the same as before. There's caution now. Awareness of how easily trust can shatter. But there's also something stronger, knowledge that they fought their way back from the brink. "Hey," Jordan says as they install the final pane. "Sunday barbecue? Just us. No one else." Marcus considers this. Yeah, I'd like that." They step back to admire their work. The window is new, clear, unbroken. Through it you can see the whole world,